Welcome to CBG News with Monica. Guys, I come to you guys reporting some more news. It is some breaking news that has came out, guys, that a lot of you guys don't know, but your girl been researching and she done found out some information, and I want you guys to know. Guys, this woman, she is in the WNBA. Her name is Maya Moore. She has married Jonathan Irons, the man she helped free from a wrongful conviction. It says here that basketball star turned activist Maya Moore revealed that she and Jonathan Irons have married. Um, the pair joined Good Morning America Wednesday, that's today, to share exclusive details of their unique love story that blossomed out of friendship after she helped free him from prison following his wrongful convictions 23 years ago. They stated that we wanted to announce today that we are super excited to continue the work that we are doing together, but doing it as a married couple, Moore said. We got married a couple months ago, and we're excited to just continue this new chapter of life together. While the couple's nuptials were celebrated during the ongoing pandemic, Moore said it did not take away from the momentous occasion. She said that the guests were masked and socially distanced, but the main thing was they were able to get married with some of their closest friends and family, in front of their closest friends and family. Moore 31 said that the romantic feeling progressed gradually over time since they first met through a prison ministry program when she was like 18 years old. It says over the 13 years we have developed a friendship and just enter into this huge battle to get him home. And just over time, it was pretty clear what the Lord was doing in our hearts. And now we're sitting here today, starting a whole new chapter, Moore said. She said what she loves most about her husband is the ability to rise above the chaos of his surroundings, as well as his faith in God. Even though Irons told her he wanted to be close and remain friends, he also revealed his love for her while still at Jefferson City Correctional Center, and he wanted to marry her, but he told her, don't answer right now. So it says here, he said, I wanted to marry her, but at the same time protect her because being in a relationship with a man in prison is extremely difficult and painful, and didn't want her to feel trapped. And I wanted her to feel open and have the ability anytime, if this is too much for you, go and find somebody. Live your life because this is hard. He said the moment he finally popped the question was worth the wait. When I got out, when I got out, Aaron said, we were in the hotel room. We had some friends in the room. It was winding down. It was winding down, and we were extremely tired, but we were still gassed up on excitement. It was just me and her in the room. And I got down on my knees and I looked at her, up at her, and she kind of knew. She kind of knew what was going on, and I said, "Will you marry me?" And she said yes. So, congratulations to Maya Moore and Jonathan Irons for their nuptials. If you guys don't know, now you know. On to more news, guys. Um, guys, I have if y'all didn't know, uh Shaquille O'Neal businesses. It says here NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal partnered with American Express this week to announce a new grant program benefiting Black-owned small businesses in the United States. He is in partnership with the U.S. Black Chambers Incorporated, National Business League, National Black Chamber of Commerce, and Walker's Legacy. American Express will dedicate 10 million in grants over the next 4 years to Black small business owners through an initiative called the Coalition to Back Black Businesses. 280 Black business owners who employ between 3 to 20 people will each receive a $5,000 grant through the program this year. The application for the grant program has a submission deadline of September the 21st, and those who apply have to meet at least a certain eligibility criteria. O'Neal spoke to Business Insider in a phone interview this week to discuss the grant program and his history of partnering with American Express for various entrepreneurial and philanthropic efforts. He also reflected on his relationship with small businesses at large and the recent NBA's players strike, which called for action on social justice issues in the wake of the police shooting of Jacob Blake. So guys, Shaq has partnered with American Express. And if you are a black owned business and you have went, through this pandemic and you are employ at least 5 to 20 people, you can apply for this grant and receive $5,000. I think that is a great thing to do. And I hope that this reaches someone that may need the help. So if you need a little help, some assistance, you are a black owned business, then you can I will put the link to the grant in the description box below. And if you want to apply for the grant, you have until September, I think it said the 23rd, to apply for the grant. I feel like 21st, so that's next week. So, and you can look into what the criterias are and things like that. So, guys, that is a wonderful thing, guys. And just know that it's help out here. You just have to look for it. Even though it's like it's just now coming out, but hey, any help is better than no help at all. Okay, guys. So Notorious B.I.G. $6 plastic crown sells for $594,000, guys. Uh, it says here the plastic topper worn by Christopher Notorious B.I.G. Wallace is his in his last photo shoot sold for, like I said, over $594,000 during an auction Tuesday night. Despite despite its original $6 price tag, at the auction house, first hip hop memorabilia auction, and the guy that had it said that it didn't really. Baron Claiborne said it didn't serve no worth. It wasn't worth the $594,000 because he didn't only pay $6 for it. And he said, I'm not even sure that I even got paid for it. He said, I was mostly shooting celebrities and reportage, and I did this because I like taking pictures of Biggie. The time before I photographed him in a white suit instead of the tracksuit that most rappers were wearing back in 1997. It says here, amazingly royally inspired shooter Biggie Small designed to illustrate yet another one of his nickname, King of New York. Almost didn't happen. Sean Puffy Combs, the owner of Bad Boy Records, a label for which Biggie recorded, was at the shoot and scoffed at Claiborne's concept. He said it would make Biggie look like Burger King if we call Claiborne. But Biggie didn't listen. He wore it anyway, and nobody's ever told me that they look at that photo and think the crown is plastic. So this is a plastic crown, guys, that has sold for over $500,000. So somebody really wanted that crown, honey. So congratulations to the person that actually that bought the crown. Uh, so guys, I have recently found out this is some sad. It's just two last things, guys, that I really want to talk about because I feel like it needs to be discussed, guys. A 16-year-old girl. Oh, that's wrong. A 16-year-old girl, guys, has been charged with the death of her boyfriend and the Domino's delivery driver. Okay, guys. So, as I was stating, guys, this young lady here, excuse me, she is being a 17-year-old girl charged with the murder of Domino's driver as well as boyfriend who was killed trying to rob him. So this is the story. It says here the driver was lured to an abandoned address in an ambush. It says here a 17-year-old Indiana girl has been charged with the murder of a Domino's driver who had just shot her boyfriend dead in self-defense during an attempted robbery. According to the police, Jalen Billups is accused of gunning down 37-year-old Joshua Ungronsma, who had been lured to an abandoned home in Lafayette by a fake pizza order. During the ambush, Ungronsma shot and killed Billups' 19-year-old boyfriend, Alberto Van Meter, before being shot dead himself. It says Billup is also being charged with her boyfriend's murder because under Indiana law, criminals can be held responsible for the deaths of their accomplices. And if they are killed during a crime, the teen is being charged as an adult in both murders as well as the attempted robbery. It says here the incident occurred around 11 p.m. on August the 31st when Billups ordered a pizza to the unoccupied address in Lafayette on Gernsburg. A new father who was working a second job at Domino's to support his young family. Ain't this sad? Arrived with the order only to find Van Meter waiting to ambush him. But Gonsma was armed, investigators said during the struggle, and he shot Van Meter dead in self-defense using a gun he was permitted to carry. Neighbor and witnesses Neighbor and witness Patrick Gibson said he heard four shots. When he came outside, he saw a man lying dead on the sidewalk and a pizza delivery worker standing over him saying they tried to rob him. Gibson said Ungernsma, who was uninjured at this point, asked him and his roommate to call the police, which they did. That's when Gibson said he watched a girl walk across the street and shoot Ungernsma at point blank range with a single shot, killing him. When the police arrived, they ordered her to put her hands up, at which point she allegedly discarded a 9mm handgun. Officer also found a 38 Smith & Wesson revolver, which had 5 shots in Gernsma's pocket. Gernsma is survived by his wife, Jenny, stepson, Logan, and his 6-month-old son, Sebastian. Domino's is where he worked at, and they're going to donate 75% of the proceeds for 5 days to a fundraiser for his family. They said the response is so overwhelming that they had to close early after running out of food. So he does have a GoFundMe account, and it has already surpassed $21,000. And it says here that Billups has been charged with the murder of Gernsma and Van Meter, as well as armed robbery, theft, pointing a firearm, and carrying a handgun without a license. So, guys, um, pray for this young man's family. Um, sh- she has basically ruined her life for the rest of her life. She will basically be sitting in jail for the rest of her young life because, you know, doing things like this. So, guys, if you want to give to him, you can give to him. But I wanted to give y'all this story. Like, come on now. You want to rob somebody, so you gonna rob the Domino piece of guy. He don't carry that much tips with him. Come on now, people. Okay, guys. So the next thing that I am going to talk about, guys, and I hopefully it'll let me, I don't get into any kind of trouble about it, but I think it needs to be talked about, and so that's why I am reporting it. It says here, ICE whistleblower. A nurse alleges hysterectomies on immigrant women in the United States. Um, the complaint condemns the practices and conditions at the private Irwin County Detention Center in Georgia. It is based on the allegation of a whistleblower, a nurse identified as Dawn Wooten. She worked at the center, which houses immigrants detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. As part of her complaint filed on Monday, Ms. Wooten expressed concern about the high number of hysterectomies performed on Spanish-speaking women at the center. It says the nurse said detained women told her they did not fully understand why they had to get a hysterectomy, an operation involving the removal of all or part of their uterus. The complaint also urges jarring medical neglect during the coronavirus pandemic, including a refusal to test detainees with symptoms and fabricating medical records. And she said, I became a whistleblower. Now I'm a target, Ms. Wooten said at a press conference on Tuesday. But I'll be a target anytime, she said, rather than staying a part of what she called an inhumane system. Speaking to reporters, Ms. Wooten alleged gross misconduct at the center with respect to the COVID-19 precautions and said she was demoted after protesting the conditions and staying home while symptomatic. It says here as well, guys, the Georgia Detention Watch, it says, I'm sorry, they said the complaint has been filed with the watchdog that oversees the Department of Homeland Security, says, which is responsible for ICE. According to the campaigners, there are between 500 and 800 individuals at that center currently, where bed capacity is 1,200. In statements released on Monday, ICE said it was taking these allegations seriously and was firmly committed to the safety and welfare of those that are in custody. And the agency told the BBC that any anonymous, unproven allegation made without any fact-checkable specifics should be treated with appropriate skepticism they deserve. In response to the allegation about COVID-19 safety, an ICE spokesman said ICE epidemiologists have been tracking the outbreaks, regularly updating infection preventions and control protocols, and issuing guidance to ICE Health Service Corps staff for the screening and management of potential exposures among detainees. So, what this alleged is, guys, is that first of all, you are making these Mexican immigrants get hysterectomies for unknown reasons. It's not a medical condition or nothing like that. You're just giving them hysterectomies and they don't understand why they're receiving these hysterectomies. And as well, it says here that they lack the medical care that is needed. And it says as well, unsafe work practices, and they have an absence of adequate protection like a mask against COVID-19. So this is a lot of allegation, but really what got me is um I in my mind, a woman having a hysterectomy, if it's not for medical reasons, then that is a choice. You should not, and I'm gonna be real, you should not have to have that's a choice to have a hysterectomy, not someone making it for you. And I feel like that is very, very, very harsh because you don't want to continue to bring immigrant children, them to make, continue to make, this is all alleged, make um, more children or Mexican children, bring them into the United States. That's what I believe. But hey, we'll see what comes out more in the news, guys. This is crazy, and this video may I may not make it, but I just wanted you guys to know this. So guys, that's all what I have. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you'll know each time that I come out with a video. um See y'all later.